Wealth, abundance, and prosperity. Today we're going to be talking about metaphysics. And what is metaphysics? Okay, so to really understand what metaphysics is, we're going to start at the beginning. Okay, so what was there in the beginning? What created everything? In the beginning, there was the divine. Okay, we call it the Most High. Well, I call it the Most High, and I call it the divine, right? So the divine decided to create universes. The universe that we on is called the cosmos. So we are in the cosmos right now, and each and every universe has planets, right? Planet Nibiru is the ninth planet, and then we have planet Tiamat, which is called Earth, and the other planets that they for. So I'm going to be speaking about these two planets because that's part of my mission, and I'm focused. So there's a star. Well, planet Nibiru, there's a star. It's from the star system Sirius X, right? And then we have our star here on Tiamat is the sun, right? So while speaking about this, I need you to really open your mind and then be ready to receive this information because it's very, very important, and I really need to deliver this. So there are the Anunnaki, like we are the Anunnaki gods and goddesses. And if you ask yourself, did we really come here to mine gold? No, we did not necessarily come here to mine gold, although gold is part of something that is important to us. It's one of the minerals that are important to us. So why did we come to planet Tiamat? So we are here on a mission, right? Solely because the state of the planet is not good. It's not, what can I call it? The fact that the species in this planet are not in their nature, right, is causing imbalance, right? And what happens when there's imbalance? You need to get to a state where there is balance, right? So I know there are a lot of stories saying that we came here to mine gold, the gold in Africa and all this stuff, but we didn't necessarily just come here for that. What causes the imbalance in nature? What causes the imbalance in nature is when you unnecessarily cut down the trees. Why do you cut down the trees? And then that also affects life, right? You cutting down the trees, and also there's just not balance in the divine masculine and the divine feminine. There's no balance in that. There's no proper education for like children. Most children are forced to grow up faster because of the prescribed way of living. There's no unity, there are no communities as much as, how many of you know your neighbors by your name? Most people don't. And it's like when you see your neighbor, it's like, oh, stranger, but they're not a stranger. You know, there are people who are there to be with you in there, but because of the structure of our houses, it's not designed to accommodate our energy. So yesterday I said that we are electromagnetic being, right? So we have something called an aura. Apart from our chakras, we have something called an aura. That is what I can call the vortex, right? And in this vortex, you more like attract instead of going outside of you. You are in a state of attraction, and that is based on your frequency, right? Frequency can be affected by a lot of things like the structure of a house, right? How these houses are built are not wired. The architecture of the house is not wired for the growth of neuromelanated being. And how do you know that you're an Anunnaki god and a goddess? First and foremost, you know. You don't need me to validate that for you. You know within your heart that you are an Anunnaki god and an Anunnaki goddess. And then second of all, just to be distinct, the texture of your skin is neuromelanated. That's it. And then Third, you are on a mission, right? You have activated your starseed mission, and then you come here, you find things to fix, right? And you find ways to evolve the people. You find ways to raise the frequency of this planet so that we get to a point where there's cosmic balance. Okay, so there's something called the cosmic energy, right? If you really think about it, you don't tell your heart to beat, right? You don't tell your lungs and your body to function. The cosmic energy does that for you automatically. So that cosmic energy, you gotta have to allow it to go through you and to you and through you without you trying to resist it, right? You have to allow it to go through you. And okay, I need you guys to work together, okay? You have to allow it to go through you and to go to you and through you. So we have to get to a state where there's a cosmic balance. And how we can get there is allow each and every species to be in their natural element. That's the only way. Apart from that, if you see cows that are kept in a cage, they go crazy. That's why people want a free range chicken and a non whatever. The reason why people want a free range chicken, not that you should eat meat, is because of the psychological effect it places on a chicken to be caged. So imagine as a being being caged in a nature that's not yours, being told you're not beautiful because you don't have a weave, being told that your skin color needs to change, bleach your skin. Those things have a psychological effect on us as Anunnaki gods and goddesses. Hence why you see us talking about ourselves. Who else should we talk about? Okay? We need to get to a point where we are happy in our natural state and accepted in our natural state. Okay? That's the only way. We need to get to a place where we as neuromelanated people are loved and accepted by how we look, instead of telling us we're not good enough, instead of doing movies to show us only the bad side of our neuromelanated people. This is not even about race. Forget that. And don't even come here and tell me it's about race. It's not about race. It's about acceptance of nature. It's about acceptance of ourselves. It's about we come into a point where we accept that we are neuromelanated beings. We are Anunnaki gods and goddesses. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? That's it. So I want to walk out of my house and go somewhere without being told whatever, without experiencing racism, without experiencing all these type of things. So to get to where we are going, we need to accept each and every species in their nature. We need to start promoting that. I want to see billboards going around like love yourself as a neuromelanated being or as a white person or as a whatever person. It needs to get to a point where when I go outside, I need to see change. I need to see the world, the music that I'm listening to on a large scale. I need it to be conscious. That's exactly what needs to happen. Okay? So, yeah, speaking about metaphysics, we need to understand that there's a life force in each and every one of us. You are not in control of whether you live or die. The life force inside of you is in control of that. And you need to tap into that power. And yeah, we are gods, we are Anunnaki gods and goddesses, and we're here to create, we're here to enforce change. And then that's it, that's our mission. And that's what we're going to stand for.